Hello there and welcome in the third part about Soviet watch start. In today's video I will be assembling the whole movement. We have here a movement caliber 2603. So I'm starting with the mainspring. I have here two, and this S mainspring is a newer one, and you have to pay attention on some things here. The first one, in the barrel we have here a gap, and this end comes exactly to this gap. The cover has the same gap, and the old mainspring is also having this, let's call this a hook. Oh, my latex glove unfortunately didn't survive. Anyway, I will have to put the mainspring into the barrel, and that's the direction in which should the mainspring sit in the barrel. I'm also oiling here because later I will have to move the mainspring. You will see this in a moment. Now let's put the mainspring into the barrel. I'm doing this with my fingers, not using here any sophisticated equipment. So in this way, I think anyone can do this on your own. Of course, some practice is needed. Wristwatches, it isn't so easy, but anyway, it is possible. Just give me a few seconds. Here is the video a little bit speed up. Okay, and here we have it. Now I need to only adjust this hook. So I'm doing this with tweezers. Not very difficult. And therefore I needed the oil there, because so it is easier to move the mainspring, or actually the end of the mainspring, in the barrel. Okay, now I need to push only a little bit. And let's see, yeah, the end is in this gap in the barrel. So now it is correctly, it's a little bit shorter, so the gap is wider. Now oiling. Of course, if you have some questions, please do not hesitate, use the comment section down below. It's for you. I like to read them, like to answer them, and I hope I will be able to help you with your questions. Now the barrel arbor, this is always a bit tricky, so you need to make it from the side, push it a little bit, and it should go easier. Also, for that, anyone needs some practice, also I need it. Now it looks maybe better, but on the beginning wasn't so easy and so smooth. Here a little bit oil. I'm using here also a little bit grease. This is a graphite grease. And now the cover, also pay attention here to this gap in this cover. Probably you could so adjust the mainspring when you are winding it that it goes immediately to this gap, this end of the mainspring. But okay, never tried before, maybe I should. Okay, here we have it. That's the mainspring, and here I have the other parts. So now I can start the assembly, and let's see how this balance wheel with this new hairspring will do their job. I'm not expecting here too much, but anyway, let's see. Okay, so enjoy this part. The movement is pretty basic. I would call it maybe a beginner movement. Not too many parts, simple construction, and very friendly to assembly. Let's go with the assembly. Here with adjusting the wheels always have to be needed some time. Now the bridge, on the bridge we see 16 The number 16 is for stones. There is caliber number 2603. This Kamieni, it's written in Russian stones. And there is also Raketa logo. So this movement is from a Raketa watch, although it is called also ZIM 2602 is without shock protection. Some junk that I bought many years ago, therefore I'm not expecting too much from this movement, but anyway, let's see. Now the barrel bridge. Now let's move to the winding mechanism, and I'm starting here with the crown wheel. Little bit oiling. Actually it's a very thick oil, or rather more grease. You see, the one screw is all having rust. As you see carefully to this movement, it has quite a lot of issues, so quite a lot of rust. I have to change wheels, pellet fork, so I think this movement is already finished, so I don't think I will be successful here. But anyway, the parts are the same, so this video is the whole assembly video, and I will also keep it as an assembly video. I have the whole playlist about other movements, so if you would like to see them, see the description down below. Okay, finally I decided to buy an oiler. It's not an automatic oiler. This one costs me about $3 on AliExpress, and I've got already 3 of them. So the whole set of 3 pieces cost me $3. I will also leave the link in the description down below. I think the oiling now is much more accurate. It's still not perfect, so you have to be careful here about the amount of oil, but anyway, it is now much more easier to oil the pivots and all the jewels. Okay, now the tail side. So let's go with this part. And first, of course, the keyless work. Also quite simple construction and straightforward procedure to assemble all the parts here. Oiling on this side. This setting lever looks a little bit weird, so another part that doesn't look very well. And here is a gap where you should put the end of the yoke. Here you can see this end on the left side. Oh yeah, here here on the right side. Okay, now this spring. That's easy. A little bit grease here. And let's check how it works. Okay. Now the yoke spring here is always a little bit tricky. Anyway, I have a method. So in this way is, I think, the quickest way to install this yoke spring. Setting lever spring. Here also a little bit rust. Okay, the screws are tightened. Yeah, here the rust I will just treat with oil. It's not the right way. And okay, doesn't work properly, so pretty hard, pretty stiff. Anyway, you can operate. But with the pushing doesn't work very well. Okay, I will see. And now the jewel. So first I'm starting with oiling. Okay, not perfect oiling. Now the second part of the jewel. Now the pellet fork. It's only the input jewel. And let's install. First the pellet fork, and in a moment balance wheel and the balance jewel. The screw. Let's wind a little bit and let's check how the pellet fork is working. Okay, I think it's alright. So we can start with the balance wheel. Wheel is working, so that's a good sign. But is it a success? Hard to say now. Let's tighten the balance cock, and in the moment I will just install the spring of this balance jewel. Now the spring, the solid movements are a little bit different. You have to just push or sneak with the spring in this gap. You cannot just turn the spring. They have a little bit different construction, although it looks like you could just lift it. But no, you have to install it in this way. Okay, we are almost finished. So thank you for watching. See also my other videos. I invite you to see my whole playlist about other watch movements assembly. And in the next video I will be checking this movement on a time grapher. So be alerted. Thanks and see you in the next one. Bye bye.